say, go build another church. He said, stand still and do that work. Some good things are happening in Oakland. Give a hand to Oakland, y'all. But in this case, Alameda County has 13 cities plus some unincorporated areas. And it's about safety everywhere. Madam D.A. Price came in to reform a system so that that system will be fair. And the system can't be fair for the affluent and the well-off. The system has to be fair for all citizens of Alameda County. And I can tell you, there was a line. She had meetings, but she listened to every person and she provided advice and support.
I'm very honored that these pastors took time today to come out and speak on behalf of the Protect the Win campaign. So one of the things that happened in 2022 when we won was we won across the county. We spoke to everyone in the county. We went to Fremont and Livermore and Dublin and Pleasanton. We went to Union City and Newark and Albany and Berkeley. We went all over the county and talked to people about how do we fix a broken system? What are we going to do? This system is broken. It's not working whether you are the person who is the victim of crime, and it's not working whether you're the person who committed the crime. And understand that as your district attorney, I have a 360-degree view. That is the lens that you must have to be a minister of justice. That is what you elected me to be. That's what I ran on. And I'm so proud to be able to keep my promises. That's all I'm doing is keeping my promises. And, you know, as Bishop says, when you bring change, it makes people uncomfortable. So a lot of people are very uncomfortable. And yes, we are uncovering some things that they never intended for us to know about. For years, they had almost 30-year pattern of excluding Black people and jurors, especially Black women, from jury duty on death penalty cases. And we don't know how far that goes out. And we uncovered it, and now we're exposing it, and we're dealing with it. And it's making some very powerful people very uncomfortable. But that's okay, because that is the moment that we're in. Our country is in a terrible season of divisiveness. And so I really appreciate Bishop's message. It is so important that Alameda County comes together, that we start not only to repair the harm within the criminal justice system, but that we start to repair the harm within our community, that we are able to not tear each other apart. Yes, I have had death threats since I've been in this office, and my team often doesn't tell me about them, but they got to go and check it out and do an assessment. That is not the kind of political climate that we want for anybody. No matter what your politics are, you should be able, once you're elected, to do the job that you're elected to do. And that's really the choice that people have in this election, is are we going to let me do my job, or are we going to plunge our system into chaos? Because when we talk about the fact that this is undemocratic, we point out that I'm the first non-anointed, non-appointed district attorney in 100 years. And if these folks, if the recall is successful, the Board of Supervisors will appoint the next person. And this community will have no voice and no vote. We won by a majority of the vote. And I'm reminded, I got an award last night from the Black Expo, and they honored me as a civil rights hero after 60 years, reminding us that it was 1964. Thank you. It was 1964. It's been 60 years since the Civil Rights Act was passed. 1965 was when the Voting Rights Act was passed. We cannot go back to a day when the votes of the people do not matter. So that's what's at stake in this election. Are we going to go back, or are we going to go forward? Let's get through the end of the term, as Bishop says. Then we can look back and see, okay, well, maybe we could have done this better. Maybe we could do more. Let's at least go forward. We can't go back and we can't get anything accomplished by staying in the same place where we are. Everything must change.